Hello and welcome to Africa Journal with me, Okwi Oko, in Nairobi, from where we'll be bringing you African news, views and entertainment. Here's what's coming up. Mining in Tanzania, the challenges being faced by those involved in the Tanzanite industry. Songs to end child abuse. Artists in Kenya team up to help protect children at risk. And The Good Dance, a new performance that fuses African and American cultures, goes on tour in the United States. The UN Children's Charter has been ratified by more countries than any human rights convention, and yet children's rights are still being violated. On the Kenyan coast, local activists say that children as young as 12 are married for financial reasons, and that some sell their bodies for as little as 70 US cents in order to buy provisions for their families. Now local and international organizations are banding together to try and change this.
At a music festival on Kenya's coast in December, the Jua Kali drummers are heating up the audience with an electric performance. But behind the cheerful music lies a message that's deadly serious. This concert was organized by a group of governmental and non-governmental organizations in the coastal town of Malindi to highlight child abuse in the region. The Jua Kali drummers were one of 20 groups invited to perform. They're from a Nairobi slum and their instruments are made of recycled materials. Last year, they played at a major jazz festival in Italy and they're now advocating the rights of children in need.
Those who are in the street, give them a message of hope. There is a chance that you can change your life.
And there is a change for everyone and a hope for everyone.
It's only that you have to believe in yourself.
All acts dedicated at least one song to the protection of Africa's children. And some kids took the chance to express their views, like this 8-year-old boy who had prepared a poem before the event.
My name is Jadenzel and I'm 8 years old, and I want to share some sentiments with you on child abuse. Children are abused in many ways. They are abused by parents, relatives, teachers and also friends, and also senior people in our community. How are they abused? They are abused by being chased away from their homes, denied food, denied education. Some are kidnapped, and girls are married earlier before completing with their education.
The concerts were free, but organizers had produced a CD which was launched at the festival and is meant to help local children go to school.
Child rights are definitely important because child rights are human. The rights of the child is human rights. And if we don't take care of the children right now, then really we're playing around with the future.
I think it is important to have this event so that we can create awareness to the people in Malindi, for them to change the attitude that they have towards children.
Malindi is situated 120 kilometers north of Mombasa on the Kenyan coast and is a popular holiday destination. But in spite of the growing tourism industry, 2/3 of the local population live below what the World Bank calls the absolute poverty line, which means surviving on less than $1.25 a day. So children are often called on to generate income, and one way is sex tourism. According to a 2006 study by the UN Children's Agency, up to 15,000 children work in the sex industry on Kenya's coast. Crafts dealer Mark Nyandoro sees a lot of people come and go from his stall and thinks that tourists are not the only ones to blame.
Parents have a problem because they are not very responsible. So some parents, they send the children to go to allow them to go roaming around the town so that they can maybe get something from the tourists. So it's I cannot say that I can say that it is not only the children who are going without the permission of the parents, but the parents also send the children outside to look for something to eat.
The government cracked down on the sex tourism industry a few years back and asked local hotels to sign a code of conduct against the practice. There's also a child protection officer at the local government district office here in Malindi. That's Eric Mugaisi, seen here with children at the festival.
This problem is not tailored to Malindi alone. It is a societal problem, but it is a bit more pronounced at the coast because some of the exploitations as a result of the opportunities that come with tourism. So you find because of that, there are cases that are a bit more pronounced at the coast because it's a tourist destination. But I would say that sexual exploitation is not a coastal issue, it's a national issue.
The other problem is that children are sometimes abused by members of the local community, and teenage marriage is still quite common here. In this village 35 kilometers north of Malindi, a small women's group is trying to change that. They tour local villages giving awareness talks to persuade people to send their girls to school, and they're also trying to bring sex offenders to justice.
We decided to take action after seeing how much our children were being sexually abused in our villages. Before, we didn't know who to report such cases to, because we used to tell the village chief and the elders, but they did nothing. So a referral system was started so that if I take a case to the chief and nothing happens, then I can refer the case to someone else. A lot of people have created awareness about this within the community, so people now know what they have to do to protect children, and cases have started being reported. Whenever there is a case that has gone to the chief, we still take it to the next level, that is either to the police, the hospital, or the children's office.
After hearing a talk by the women, this 16-year-old girl finally put an end to 3 years of sexual abuse by a local community elder who had also exploited 5 of her friends.
Sometimes he would give me money to give the girls he wanted to sleep with. I couldn't tell anyone about it because he warned me not to tell anyone.
Since the case was reported in September 2009, no action has been taken against the influential abuser. Wanaharusi Mohammed works for one of the charities that organized the concert and says that corruption is a major obstacle to fighting child abuse.
Most of the cases are thrown out with an excuse that there is not enough evidence. So if somebody says there is not enough evidence and is a police, I wonder who is supposed to get the evidence. Is it the parent, is it the child who has been abused, or is it the police that's supposed to make sure that they get that evidence?
But awareness is growing, even among visiting tourists. The CD, Malindi for Children, is being sold for $7 at hotel souvenir shops, and people are buying it.
How much does it cost?
500.
500, okay. And all of them are African artists?
Yeah, they are.
Okay. I think a CD is a good way to make people know about this situation, about this event and initiative.
I want to buy the CD because I think that this is important situation.
Back at the festival, 28-year-old Nyotandogo takes the stage. She sings a modern version of Taarab coastal Swahili music and has become an award-winning celebrated artist in Kenya.
I used to work as a house girl for 2 years. But then I said, I can't work as a house girl forever. I have to do something, but I love music. I have to do music. So I used to go to the studio every Sunday to go and record. I was a house girl, so I choose house girl instead of doing prostitution. So I think we can do many things, not to sell our bodies.
Do you want Africa to be great? Then we have to protect our children. They are the future. This is for the African child.
Towards the end of the night, the performance everyone had been waiting for, Kenyan jazz diva Achieng' Abura, here with her song Mtoto Mwafrika, the children of Africa.
Stand up strong, my African child. The world is waiting for you. You have no